Okay. It's so ridiculous. Alright, ready? Greetings, ma'am. Greeting, Miss Taylor, and greeting, Miss Lee. Just want to let you know, love the museum. Probably one of my favorite museums. After the zoo. The zoo is just wonderful. I love the zoo. So that's why we went to the zoo. That's why we were so thrilled to go to the zoo as fast as we could. So, back to the podcast. What I'm going to be talking about that is different from what Victor was talking about is I'm going to talk about defending freedom and defining freedom. Because in the exhibition, it states that through their century-long struggle for civil rights, they challenged the nation to live up to the ideals of freedom and equity. And I really want to think about that word equity because in their eyes were watching God. I don't think that Janie, that's her name? Yeah, I don't think Janie was.
You tell me.
I don't think Janie was really equal with Joe Starks and other characters in the thing. People didn't take her as seriously because she was a woman, or at least Joe Starks didn't take her seriously because of the woman. So
People or
no, just Joe Starks, her relationship. So that's what I really want to mention about the equity. Like she wasn't an equal to Joe Starks, so there was still improvement needing to be done and civil rights to be fought for equity in people. And another thing I want to talk about here, pause it. You can pause it.
and we're rolling.
So, my next topic I want to touch on is changing America. That was one of the exhibitions that I had went to and I learned about. So, something I noticed in this thing was identity. I want to talk about identity right now because I feel like Janie's identity evolved throughout the book. Throughout the book that I read so deeply. Her identity changed. At first, she seemed more as a traditional wife and wanted to be cared for by someone else and wanted to work for someone else. But then with her first relationship, she discovered that's not what she wanted. She wanted more out of the relationship. And then she went to Joe Starks, and discovered that there was more in life. And identity was such an important thing. The way she wanted to be portrayed, Joe Starks made her wear certain things. Just like in the exhibition, it was talking about identity. But Joe Starks made her wear certain clothing that she didn't want to wear particularly. And that took away from her own identity. And I think that she truly values her identity. And it developed throughout the story, her identity. Like, she had certain things that she wanted to... we're at the three. I was warned that we're at the 3-minute mark, but let me just finish up on what I want to say. That she wanted to have her own identity at the 3-minute mark. She wanted to have her own identity. So then she when Joe Starks died, she was able to finally get her own identity and start a new life. And she felt like the chains of Joe Starks were broken. And that's what really resonated with me was the fact that the death of someone was able to create a new identity for someone else.
Banger.